Open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Kim with Midwest Bank. We know there is more to your business than numbers and spreadsheets. For us at Midwest Bank, the people who make up a business matter most. We believe in getting to know you and your business and providing customized banking solutions that help protect your business and help it grow. Schedule a free consultation with us today. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Have you been accused of a crime? Is your freedom at stake? At Liberty Law Group, we are committed to the defense of liberty for those accused. Facing criminal charges is stressful, overwhelming, and full of uncertainty. At Liberty Law Group, we believe in treating every person with respect, compassion, and understanding. When legal troubles are keeping you up at night, trust Liberty Law Group to fight your battles. To learn more, call 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Several irrigation contractors in Lincoln go out of business every year, leaving sprinkler system orphans, begging for service. The folks at Judson Irrigation shed a tear for these little fellas. They've been coddling these orphans for more than 40 years. From redesign, repairing, replacing, and restoring, remember the Judson Irrigation Orphanage.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage, 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through August 11th, enjoy USDA Choice Whole Ribeye Loin for $10.99 per pound. All natural thick-cut Iowa chops for $1.99 per pound. Hand-cut extra meaty loin back ribs for $3.99 per pound. And Dungeness crab clusters for $19.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
You can get diesel anywhere. But what about
Atomic Diesel?
That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with
Atomic Diesel.
Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how
Atomic Diesel
and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Old School with DP and J.
Can Nebraska have a player-led locker room in year 2 under Matt Rule?
I think it could be in year 2. I always say this. We had great captains every year I was here. But I always say some of our best leaders weren't necessarily our captains. So I think when you have that, that's a player-led team. So it doesn't matter how old the quarterback is.
93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska East sports coach Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday. There were a few little misty raindrops this morning, but it looks like that's finished now and it's going to be a nice day. Not too hot outside today, thank goodness.
I think we've gotten through the extreme hot.
Summer's over.
Extreme heat.
Can you believe school's already starting?
Is it starting today?
Not today, but I think Thursday.
I was gonna say, so I know people in Omaha go back Friday.
Good Lord.
Here, Raff, put that microphone down so I can see your face.
That was a fast summer.
I want to see your face. There we go. There
hey, look at that face.
We can see each other today.
Yeah.
I'm behind these computers. Shout out to our engineer, Eric.
There you go, Eric.
Getting stuff taken care of here.
Looking good.
It's crazy. School goes back. I'm still getting adjusted 2 years into not going to school.
Yeah.
Like there's just no school. I never have to worry about it anymore.
When does college start? I guess you went
a little bit later. I want to say week before Labor Day. Which is last week of August, potentially. Because you're usually back at school for about a week before Nebraska football plays their first game.
That was always the best time.
So it was nice because you just knew that it was always going to be kicked off. It was like, all right, I just know that a week away, Husker football is already here. Plus that first week of school is like what we call syllabus week. And so everybody the teachers are just, they send out the syllabus and you go, all right, yeah, I promise to, do my homework on time, do all this. Here's the class rules. Don't be rude. Don't be a bully. I promise to, get the books on time. And that's usually what's due by, and then they still do like the about me worksheets in college.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So even if you're in a class of like 120, they'll still say, hey, tell us a little bit. What's your favorite food?
Really?
What are you studying to be?
It's been so long since I've been in college. I just remember getting the syllabus and looking, I'm going, okay, which days can I skip?
I mean, that's the point too. So I don't know, maybe in the last couple of years, they've changed that. But as of 2 years ago, syllabus week to where they wanted to know more about you is still a thing. We also got a text on the text line, 464-5685. Starter Heyman Jewelers, shout out to them. Honda of Lincoln hotline as well. LPS doesn't start till the 15th.
Okay, the 15th. Okay.
I know people in the Millard's public school district start the 8th. So this Friday, which I never understood. Why
I was thinking of Alabama. That's my bad.
Oh,
that's my bad.
Heads in Lincoln or bodies in Lincoln, but heart and mind are in Alabama.
Well, actually, that came from Kristen. Well, Dana.
Okay.
So it came from because she's a school teacher down in Alabama. So she told me she starts on Thursday.
Like I said, I know for a fact that Millard Public School starts on Friday.
So is high school football practice started then?
Not. I would imagine so. Pretty close.
Okay.
Pretty close. I should know this. By the way,
you never did announce
we never
it yesterday.
Did announce it.
You gave the tease
the tease, and I never announced it. We will be going to Pius X, week 1. Not for a Pius game. Everybody knows that I'm a Pius grad.
They're putting you in the Hall of Fame.
Not for a Pius game.
Hall of Fame induction.
Not for a Pius game. Friday, August 30th. We are instead going to be broadcasting the Holy War.
Oh,
the Lincoln Christian versus Lincoln Lutheran.
Hello.
On Friday, August 30th.
I think I've got some Lincoln Lutheran buddies. Their sons play for them. I think Chris Clem's son and Jay Gerber's son both play for Lincoln Lutheran.
Folks have been wanting us
help me on that, Jay, if you're listening.
Folks have been wanting us to be at a Lincoln Christian game, whether it's whether it's basketball, whether it's football. Same with Lincoln Lutheran. Here we are. We're going to go to the Holy War. It was tough because there's a lot of really good games the first couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And so it was set in between another one and this one. And I thought, okay, you know what? For the first time, let's go ahead and head over to the Holy War and let's check out the Lincoln Lutheran versus Lincoln Christian ball game.
Nice.
So that'll be our first game here in just a couple of weeks on a Friday. Jay Foreman, myself.
Oh
be
yeah.
doing it.
Any other highlight games that stuck out to you on your
So hold on
schedule?
1 second. I can pull up the schedule here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lincoln Lutheran.
So it
Can't believe Colligan Jay's not listening right now. Come on, Colligan Jay, help me out.
So
here.
it looks like So Friday, August 30th, Lincoln Lutheran versus Lincoln Christian. Then we actually take the following Friday off because we have some commitments with Nebraska football with the Colorado game on Friday, September 6th. So Friday, September 13th, we go to Class B Norris at Lincoln Northwest. We'll go check out Lincoln Northwest once again at the beautiful UBT Stadium. Then Friday, then it's another off week, unfortunately, because we have some more commitments. Nebraska plays a Friday night game that following week.
Yeah.
So then Friday, September 27th, we got Millard South at Lincoln Southeast. Friday, October 4th, Lincoln Southeast at Lincoln High. Friday, October 11th, Grand Island at Lincoln North Star. And Friday, October 25th, Lincoln East at Lincoln Southeast. So
Do you think that Lincoln
there's going to be a
Southeast
couple Class B games mixed in there. I believe we're doing a Beatrice football game this year as well, trying to spread our wings just a little bit more this season.
You think that Lincoln Southeast Lincoln High game, they'll let me and AD come be the honorary coin flippers?
I don't know why not. You just got to tell them.
Yeah, I think that'd be. I mean, you have two Hall of Famers walking out on the field.
That is true. One played.
Yeah.
The other did not.
Nope, not a lot. But man, you know what they say.
He still got inducted.
You know what they say.
One person was at his induction ceremony. The other was not.
It takes an entire team.
It does.
It takes
an entire team.
Yeah. If you guys are listening out there, Lincoln High, Lincoln Southeast, AD and Raff, honorary coin flip guys.
And you know what? We'd probably have you on the broadcast.
Have I been to a Southeast football game? I don't think I've been to a Southeast football game since 93 or 94.
Yikes. That's not a good look.
What do we got for Lincoln Southwest? Because you got, my guy Grant Trainowitz is there.
So a lot of these are hit and miss, obviously, because you have to worry about, who's going to be. We don't have one on the calendar right now.
We got to get one on there. It's got to happen.
Well, there's a lot of moving parts. If they play on like a 4:30, we can talk to DP and Jay about potentially allowing us to moving on.
Was the Memorial Stadium game on there by chance, or
it's not
on there?
It's not. Nope. Couple conflicts. There's we've DP's announced it, so I can talk about it. We will have 125 combined college and NFL games on our station this fall. 125. I'll say that again. 125 combined college and NFL games on our station this fall. So there's things there that prevent us from doing Thursday night games at times. Yeah. So we work around those things. There's a lot of stuff.
And what's cool about those 125 games is they're all like good games. They're not
basically
like
the game of the week.
You're not going to turn it on and catch, whoever playing whoever. You're getting names.
Yeah. So our partner in that Westwood One, they coin it the game of the week, right? So the games of the week, because they send the national radio crew to the best games every single week. So there's Michigan, Oregon, there's Ohio State, Oregon, there's Texas, Oklahoma, Texas, Bama. There are all of those that you'll be able to hear at various times on our station.
Is Kugler still Westwood One, or is he just all CBS or all? He might be all national now.
He might be all National Football League now.
Yeah.
Because I also noticed that he's not doing college football on Big Ten Network this year.
So he's all.
Because at Big Ten Media Days, they released the broadcast teams, and his name was not on there. So.
Were there any new Big Ten guys that announced it kind of caught your eye?
Oh, man. Not any new ones that caught my eye. Just some interest. There's quite a few of younger guys that they've certainly turned to, but nobody's like super crazy that caught my eye.
Gotcha. David from Renew, how did Stogies with Roadies go? It went good. Met some new guys.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely gonna do it again.
Yeah, there you go. How about that?
Stop on by.
Yeah. So nonetheless, all right, Raff, what do we got coming up on the show today?
We are going to talk a lot about the NFL players picks for they have the top 100 every year.
Yeah.
But they came out and they released the top 10. There's some head scratchers, kind of, sort of. Well, for me, there were. So we'll run through those and see what everyone else thinks and discuss that. So we'll throw it to break right now. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Are you a healthy non-smoker? Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, is seeking people like you, 19 to 64 years old with excess weight, to take part in a research study. You could earn up to $22,500 for participation. This study includes 1 10-night stay, 5 2-night stays, 1 1-night stay, and 17 returns. Learn more at helpresearch.com/dub or call 8662-13-2965.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through August 11th, enjoy USDA Choice Whole Ribeye Loin for $10.99 per pound. All natural thick-cut Iowa chops for $1.99 per pound. Hand-cut extra meaty loin back ribs for $3.99 per pound. And Dungeness crab clusters for $19.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial or residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT, from cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation right now at appliedconnective.com.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Kawasaki dealership. Score up to $2,000 off the brand new Kawasaki Ridge. Built for work or play, the Kawasaki Ridge takes off-road comfort to a whole new level. Rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of August. On or off-road, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of motorcycles and side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Have you ever gotten a car deal so good that you can brag about for decades? This is that deal. The government has given us a $4,000 instant credit on vehicles already at the historically lowest prices. Cars that were over $50,000 just 2 years ago are now selling below $20,000. See the deals here and drive away the car of your dreams at a price you never thought possible. Go to 4000off.com, 400off.com to learn more.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Are you tired of the same old entertainment options? How about something that's truly fun for both kids and adults? Nebraska Knockerball, the new place to go for your private and corporate parties. Step inside one of their inflatable spears and let out stress in a healthy form of exercise. Or try the human foosball, foot darts, yard pong, giant beer pong, basketball connect 4, and much more. Nebraska Knockerball, specializing in physical, engaging fun. Call Nebraska Knockerball today at 402-460-8724 to learn more or book a reservation now.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Are you a healthy non-smoker? Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, is seeking people like you, 19 to 64 years old with excess weight, to take part in a research study. You could earn up to $22,500 for participation. This study includes 1 10-night stay, 5 2-night stays, 1 1-night stay, and 17 returns. Learn more at helpresearch.com/dub or call 8662-13-2965.
Old School with DP and J.
Can Nebraska have a player-led locker room in year 2 under Matt Rule?
I think it could be in year 2. I always say this: we had great captains every year I was here, but I always say some of our best leaders weren't necessarily our captains. So I think when you have that, that's a player-led team. So it doesn't matter how old the quarterback is.
93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday, starting to clear off outside. Oh, yeah. Great day. Great day. It's supposed to be windy today. Maybe I'll golf.
I don't know, unless it keeps sprinkling a little bit.
A little sprinkle is good.
I don't want you to melt.
Cools things down. Melt.
I want you to melt, Raff.
No, I will never melt. I wouldn't mind melting a little. I want to melt like you. I mean,
stop.
Now that you're a little swim.
We need to stop this. I don't know who told Bill. I don't know what.
No one told Bill anything.
He had to have known because I walked in and he said he made a comment.
No one told Bill anything. This is just the impact that you're having on people's lives every day.
I don't know. Text line might not like it anymore.
I know. Now that you're a little swim.
That was my moniker was, hey, I'm big swim.
Did you like the picture that I sent you of the little swimming pool?
I did. People also, I mean, I've had a couple of comments from Jake as well about how I'm swimming in this polo that I'm wearing right now.
What size is that? 2XL?
It is.
Yeah, you definitely go down to XL.
Yeah.
You might be down to a medium before we know it.
I got to buy new clothes. I hope there's some sales. If anybody wants to give me a clothing allowance, let me know.
Clothing allowance.
464-5685. If anybody wants to buy clothes, let me know. Everything must go.
I told you, just slide me over all your 2XLs, all your brand new stuff with tags on it.
There's a lot of it, unfortunately. I think I've worn this polo 3 times. Shout out to, I like this polo too.
I'm creeping down. I think I still like this is 3XL.
Okay.
And it's very baggy, but I still like wearing them just because I feel like I still
feel comfortable.
I still got a little bit of attire around this belly.
Well, I mean, don't we all?
But sometimes I slip down to where I can go 2XL and some XL.
Yeah.
Those are the great days.
I paid a visit to the old Koppel YMCA this morning.
This morning already?
This morning, yep.
And that was last night too?
I did go last night because I have prior engagements these next couple of nights.
Man.
And so I have to find time to do it.
Holy cow.
So
what time did you go this morning? 5?
5:45ish.
Dedication to excellence.
5:45, got out of there at 6:45. And then
So can I ask, with this, like getting into shape, is this like maybe preparing for a marriage?
No, it is not.
Usually you want to get in the best shape of your life. So when you walk down that aisle with your lovely bride,
yes,
the pictures look amazing.
I don't think it's that. I will say, since I made the comment yesterday about how I'm in that wedding in December, I have taken it kind of as a challenge to myself of, I want to see how much I can lose and how much they need to change my suit that they ordered.
I like it.
Talk about swimming. I hope I swim in the suit.
Do you have a goal weight or anything? Or are you
nope.
Are you just
I haven't
looking
weighed
for,
myself once.
You're just looking for the look of it.
I told you. I told you guys. It's crazy how much just you feel, how good you feel.
I don't care much about my weight, but I get locked into it just because when you start shedding it, I love jumping on the scale every morning just to see like, ooh, I lost a pound.
I will say, like I go into the gym. And by the way, if you see me at the Koppel Y, if you end up going, I love that place because there's so much natural light. If you see me, make sure you say hello. I'd love to talk. Love to get some advice on how to lifts to do, things like that. Because I haven't lifted since high school.
Yeah.
So we're talking like 5 years of just getting back into it. And it's certainly a grind. So here we are.
Getting rid of that lactic acid.
Yeah, something like that. But anyway.
Nice.
That's
I like
enough
it.
about me.
All right.
We don't need to talk about me anymore.
Well, people like talking about you. I mean, you're kind of a big deal.
So
famous.
Anyway, NFL.
NFL.
Did you see that the 49ers are getting ready to trade Brandon Ayuk? They're open to it.
Yeah. Did you see who one of the options might be? The Pittsburgh football Steelers.
Whoa.
And there was some rumor yesterday coming out that this would be really interesting. That maybe one of those trade tokens might be Russell Wilson.
No.
It actually makes kind of a little bit of sense.
Why would San Francisco take that?
They
still have Brock Purdy on a rookie deal.
Get a good backup.
Do you really want Brock Purdy to be mentored by Russell Wilson?
Well, here's the deal with Russell is remember he's on that very cheap contract because the Broncos are paying him this year.
That is true.
So the 49ers, usually if you can get 2 good quarterbacks or 2 serviceable quarterbacks, I mean, it might be worth taking that chance, especially if they know that because I don't know what I guess Pittsburgh could probably offer like Russell Wilson and then they got a pretty deep receiving stable and maybe go receiver for receiver, add in a quarterback, but it'd be interesting.
Sorry, I feel a sneeze coming for the last
Bless
3
you.
minutes, but how long do you think this window lasts for San Francisco?
It should be shutting, I would think, in the next probably 2 to 3 years.
Because obviously Brock's still on the rookie deal.
Yeah, they're going to sign him to
for
big
a couple
money.
of years. They're going to sign him for big money because the market's always shifting anyway.
Yeah.
So they're going to sign him to a larger deal.
You got McCaffrey that signed the huge deal, which for a running back right now,
that's large.
That's crazy money.
Yeah.
You got Debo. You got
in the grand scheme of all.
Did Fred Warner just resign, or is they're going to need to?
I know. Obviously, Bosa's still there. They just signed a defensive back a couple of years ago or a couple months ago. Debo, George Kittle is still there. Obviously,
yeah, about Kittle.
Some of the offensive linemen are still there. So I mean, like that's the thing.
Is the phone ringing, or is that
you talk about?
I don't know what that thing was. Oh, that's what that is.
But you talk about championship windows, and I always wonder like how teams and organizations operate championship windows, especially when you're the San Francisco 49ers, where maybe you have a little bit more money in the tank, and you're a bigger market team.
Yeah.
I wonder how, because like I know how smaller organizations will use and view championship windows, but bigger market teams like that, I'm curious, like, do they try to re-sign Brock Purdy, or do they try to take a chance on a younger rookie and do the same thing over and over again? Because, gosh, Brock Purdy was the last pick in the draft, and it worked out just fine.
Yeah, one thing I've learned, too, about NFL teams, though, too, is if you got a good cap guy, they can find ways around stuff with signing bonuses and trying. So it'll be interesting to see what they do there and how they go about that, because I'd have to think now Ayuk's probably he's out. I don't see him being there. I think now that they've opened up the trade lines. Yeah. But Adam Schefter was saying this morning, though, one of the things is now to find the right, you might find a team that wants him, but then the contract that Ayuk, so you're gonna have to find a matching pair. So that will be the trick.
Well, because we know he wants quite a bit of money. He wants to be paid like a top receiver in the league. And I think also there's some proving that Ayuk has to do when he's at this new team, wherever his landing spot is. And I say that because he's always been paired with all the weapons in San Francisco, whether it's Debo, whether it's Kittle, whether it's now McCaffrey. He's always been paired with those guys. Now, if he goes and is the wide receiver one somewhere, is he able to put up those numbers still?
Yep. And that'll be interesting to see, because that, like with Debo, like I always kind of thought of Debo and him as like there really wasn't one wide receiver one. You kind of thought in different games they took that torch.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And so now if he goes to the Steelers, I'm trying to think. Steelers they got some receivers, but I'm assuming that they're going to have to get rid of one, probably to send them to the 49ers, which isn't a bad thing for the 49ers.
So the Steelers wide receiver room looks Roman Wilson, the rookie out of Michigan, right?
Yep.
Roman Wilson, then Van Jefferson and George Pickens.
Oh, Pickens. That's who I was thinking of.
So
there's no way Steelers let Pickens get out of there.
No, and probably Roman Wilson either.
Yeah.
So you're probably looking at Van Jefferson, but
I feel like they got a couple more, don't they? I think there's another guy.
It's Quez Watkins, Scotty Miller, Calvin Austin III, Des Fitzpatrick, Deuce Watts, and Jacob Copeland are the 9 receivers on their depth chart.
So they've got a couple guys there that they could probably trade to the 49ers, but it'll be, like I said, they're gonna have to find the match.
Yeah. Try to find and be willing to work with that contract. That contract is because he's going to expect, and here's the thing is he's kind of going against the clock, because Dallas is going to eventually pay the money for CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
Which will reset the market.
That money though?
But it's going to reset the market to where it's going to make Ayuk feel like, hey, I might not get the CeeDee Lamb money, but I can get much more than I was going to 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That is wild.
That's just how kind of the markets work, I guess, unfortunately. Because they're never going down. Like it's not like like maybe the running back market went down a little bit.
Yeah.
But Christian McCaffrey kind of reset it to where, hey, if you're able to put up some type of numbers and be valuable in both receiving game and the running game, well then you're going to get paid whatever he got paid, $19 million a year.
It's crazy to think, though, you look back over the years, it's like when I was a kid, I was like, you want to play running back?
Yeah.
You get paid to be the running back, because it was always power football, 3 yards in the cloud of dust. And then now you're like, if you're raising a kid, you're like wide receiver, defensive back, quarterback. Oh, and maybe rush end.
Yeah.
There we go.
So here's this. I mean, okay, I want to stop the music because Big Bird just says, no way you take a risk on another rookie QB. Is Brock Purdy Joe Burrow type money?
I don't think so.
Do you look at Brock Purdy
and
Big Bird? Like I would agree with you that when teams find a quarterback, they should probably stick with it, because there's a lot of bad ones out there.
I want one
not
more.
a lot of just quality starters.
49ers are in a good spot though, because I think this year is his telltale year. This is the year that where you're going to see whether he's a flash in the pan or if he's a real deal. So I think 49ers in a perfect spot where they'll be able to make that decision. So I think they'll be all right. So
that's my thing. Or do you attempt to trade Brock to a struggling franchise for draft pick?
Yeah, that could be something.
Like that, there's the thing. So
thankfully
they
got a little bit of time where they can.
Exactly. But I also you look at the top 10 quarterbacks in the league. Is Brock Purdy Justin Herbert type money? Is he Trevor Lawrence? I mean, Trevor Lawrence has not been great and still got a massive deal.
Yeah. Gosh.
I get that it's the going rate, But do you? Maybe that's just the
so
way
going
that we
into the
value
season.
Brock Purdy.
Going into the season, would you want Brock Purdy as your quarterback or Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, I mean, probably Brock Purdy, because you know that you're not losing a whole lot on it. I mean, there's not a whole lot of financial burden or promise there.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. And that Big Bird follows up. Don't think he's in that top tier, but how do you abandon him after he's kind of put up 2 years of quality play and led them deep in the playoffs? You're absolutely right.
Yeah. I mean, he's done nothing but win. So this year's going to be very telltale for him. I think this is the year. All right. Well, we'll throw it to break. It's The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Right now at Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down. And I mean everything. Top-tier equipment? Check. 24-hour access? You bet. Free fitness training? Always. Workouts in the free PF app? What'd I tell you? Even super friendly team members.
Hey, welcome to Planet Fitness.
Oh, hey. I was just mentioning you.
Hey.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th. See Home Club for details.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Are you a healthy non-smoker? Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, is seeking people like you, 19 to 64 years old with excess weight, to take part in a research study. You could earn up to $22,500 for participation. This study includes 1 10-night stay, 5 2-night stays, 1 1-night stay, and 17 returns. Learn more at helpresearch.com/dub or call 8662-13-2965.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The Electrical Workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Link to Literacy is gearing up for our second annual Wordstock event at Antelope Park on Saturday, August 24th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. This is a community-wide book swap with a festival feel located near the playground with a free bookstore in the enclosed shelter. It's fun for the entire family and for all ages. You'll enjoy food trucks, live music, kids' activities, a reading corner with celebrity authors and narrators, and of course, free books for all kids and adults. Go to linktoliteracy.org to get the full story and then make plans to attend Wordstock.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see decreasing cloud cover throughout the day. A steady north breeze keeping temps cooler. We'll see a high around 81. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 60. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies, a little warmer too. See a high around 88. I'm meteorologist Kyle Puckett from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
Can you guys just keep a straight face?
Yes. Unlike that, but we'll try. Okay.
We're just three players talking. Come on, let's try this.
This is how the sugar hill. You're driving to Wichita, writing this down.
You're not helping anything.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday, clearing off nicely outside. Let me hear you, Lincoln, Nebraska. Text in and say, I love you.
Raff, you know what we do love? Niederhaus Refuse.
Yes.
Niederhaus Refuse. They've been owned and operated for over 100 years, since 1921. They do the residential, they do the commercial, large-scale commercial stuff if you need it, recycling, roll-off, all of it included with Niederhaus Refuse. Give them a call today, 402-475-8361 to sign up for your garbage and recycling service today. Once again, Niederhaus Refuse, in business for over 100 years, located at 1905 Yolande Avenue in Lincoln. So once again, 402-475-8361. Niederhaus Refuse, recycling, garbage, commercial, roll-off, everything that you need. We're getting to the renewal season. Highly recommend, once again, giving them a call, 402-475-8361. You can also go online to learn more if you don't want to talk to anybody, nbrefuselincoln.com to learn more or to sign up for your service today. Niederhaus Refuse, good friends of the program. Shout out to Niederhaus.
Awesome. Awesome. Give them a call.
There you go. nbrefuselincoln.com. What do we got for history today, Raffy?
History. We're going to go back to 1890. Future Hall of Fame pitcher Cy Young throws 3-hit ball in his Major League Baseball debut for the Cleveland Spiders as they defeated 8-1.
Who's that?
Oh, come on now. Hey, Chicago. What do you
Cubs?
The Cubs, 8-1. So it's funny when Cy Young takes the mound if he's thinking to himself, well, I'm going to get about 500 wins in this career, but that's crazy.
It's funny that you brought up the Spiders, because the Cleveland Spiders, they were in some articles yesterday, over the last couple of days, I should say, because they hold the longest losing streak in Major League Baseball history. And so where the White Sox currently just lost their 21st game in a row yesterday to the Oakland Athletics, we're talking about the worst teams of all time in terms of losing streaks in Major League Baseball the last couple of days. The Orioles are on there. The Spiders are on there as well. And now the Chicago White Sox.
I remember the Orioles streak. I believe that was like early 90s.
It was.
Remember that. And then another piece of history that's interesting, which I actually got an answer to my question today because it was a question about the history.
Okay.
In 1973, Roberto Clemente is added or elected or goes into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew this already, but Roberto Clemente, they got rid of the 5-year wait period for him because, as you remember, he was killed in a plane crash on December 31st, 1972. And then they elected him to the Hall of Fame to go in that next year, some 8 months later after his death. But who was the other player that they waived the 5-year period for to go directly into the Hall of Fame?
Ooh.
So I did not know this until
How
today.
about this? If you get this correct, we'll get you Salt Dogs tickets.
Ooh, that's a great baseball
How about
question.
that? All right, Raff. So we'll if you texted in the correct answer of who is the only other player that they've waived the 5-year wait period to get into the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame for, not Roberto Clemente, but who else?
Who is the other guy?
You can get Salt Dogs tickets to the next series.
And
We have three games to choose from, and so we'll give away Salt Dogs tickets to if you can guess it correctly.
Let's see, has anybody texted in yet? Nope, not happened yet.
It might have to be the next segment.
And I can also give a hint if no one gets it right away.
That's fine. Well, we can worry about that next segment, but that's how we'll give away Salt Dogs tickets if somebody wants them to the next one, if whoever gets it correct. We have one guess, Lou Gehrig.
Ding, 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 ding.
Wow,
ding,
how about
ding.
that? 3764.
Got it.
3764. Go ahead and send us your name, and then stop by the station. You got Salt Dogs tickets to the upcoming series for the Lincoln Salt Dogs down at Haymarket Park. Nice job. We also 7543 on the text line got it correct. Just was second. 007 at guest Bob Gibson. No luck there. So yeah, Lou Gehrig. There you have it. The only other player that they've waived the 5-year waiting period for. That was a good history or trivia question.
Yeah, I was
Raff.
because I knew Roberto Clemente they waived it for, but I was not sure who the second one was. I actually for a lot of years, well, I guess until today, I thought Roberto Clemente was the only guy that they waived it for. But then it made sense when I saw Lou Gehrig, because remember he was diagnosed with ALS.
That's right.
Got up in front of the Yankee Stadium and said, "Today, I consider myself, the luckiest man on the face of the earth."
Yeah,
that's pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, that's right. And now obviously that's how it got coined, ALS, a little bit of Lou Gehrig's disease.
Yep.
There you have it. What other history you got for us?
All right, I got a birthday here. I got to throw this birthday out just for the fact every time I see his name, I think of Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
Born in 1957, former Atlanta Braves third baseman Bob Horner.
Okay.
And the reason why I always think of Cable Guy is because remember during the summers, it was always Braves and Cubs.
Yes.
Bob
On
Horner.
WGN.
Bob Horner had one game, 4 home runs in one game.
Holy crap.
And that 4 home run game made him a legend. So every time I see something with Bob Horner, I always got to mention Larry the Cable Guy, because I know Larry the Cable Guy knows Bob Horner.
There you go. I'll never forget, it was probably 2 years ago, Rico and I and Nathan Brennan, who used to work at the station, were talking Atlanta Braves baseball. And we had this random call, and it happened to be Larry the Cable Guy under a completely different name. Talked normal, didn't know it was him at all until I think it was either you or AD told us that, hey, by the way, that was Larry the Cable Guy who called into your show that day.
So he's always listening.
Always listening.
And then
That's a little louder.
get this. Guess who turned 59 years old today?
Who's that?
Kind of surprised me a little bit. The Admiral, David Robinson.
Okay.
59 years old
already.
I remember when his rookie card came out, we were all going to Osco Drug trying to get his rookie card. Oh, the memory.
Where was that located?
I remember this is one that really sticks out to me. I think it was 48th and O Street, and they got the packs in where I believe, I can't remember if there was a Scotty Brooks on the front, that meant you got a David Robinson rookie, or maybe that was to get the Detroit Pistons championship card. These hoops used to have correlations, and you could see through the packs. So you take your finger and rub up, and if you saw Scotty Brooks, that meant you were getting a David Robinson rookie card or something like. Somebody help out. I forgot what the correlation was, but there was something like that. So
yeah,
we cheated a little bit to get our cards.
We have a lot to get to in the 9 o'clock hour. We are going to hear from Terrence Knighton and John Butler later today, along with some players for down there at Memorial Stadium. So let's talk about the defensive line a little bit when we come back, Raff.
We can do that.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
All right. We'll throw it to break. The Drive, 93.7. That ticket.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about Atomic Diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Several irrigation contractors in Lincoln go out of business every year, leaving sprinkler system orphans begging for service. The folks at Judson Irrigation shed a tear for these little fellas. They've been coddling these orphans for more than 40 years. From redesign, repairing, replacing, and restoring, remember the Judson Irrigation Orphanage.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see decreasing cloud cover throughout the day. A steady north breeze keeping temps cooler. We'll see a high around 81. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 60. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies, a little warmer too. See a high around 88. I'm meteorologist Kyle Puckett from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Kawasaki dealership. Score up to $2,000 off the brand new Kawasaki Ridge. Built for work or play, the Kawasaki Ridge takes off-road comfort to a whole new level. Rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of August. On or off-road, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of motorcycles and side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Link to Literacy is gearing up for our 2nd annual Wordstock event at Antelope Park on Saturday, August 24th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. This is a community-wide book swap with a festival feel located near the playground with a free bookstore in the enclosed shelter. It's fun for the entire family and for all ages. You'll enjoy food trucks, live music, kids' activities, a reading corner with celebrity authors and narrators, and of course, free books for all kids and adults. Go to linktoliteracy.org to get the full story and then make plans to attend Wordstock.
Be a memory for your grandchildren. Among Nebraska adults age 65 or older, 47% report current alcohol use. Drinking too much can cause harm to children, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, you will still be around for your grandchildren. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Have you ever gotten a car deal so good that you can brag about for decades? This is that deal. The government has given us a $4,000 instant credit on vehicles already at the historically lowest prices. Cars that were over $50,000 just 2 years ago are now selling below $20,000. See the deals here and drive away the car of your dreams at a price you never thought possible. Go to 4000off.com, 400off.com to learn more.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in August. Try their chocolate chip banana bread muffins for a great summer breakfast or enjoy a bagel with pesto cream cheese. Don't forget the Joe Card membership. Unlimited drip coffee for just $8.95 per person per month. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
Can you guys just keep a straight face?
Yes. I'm like, yes, but we'll try. Okay.
We're just 3 players talking. Come on, let's try this.
This is how the sugar hill. You're driving to Wichita, writing this down.
You're not helping anything.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. Old school with DP and J.
Can Nebraska have a player-led locker room in year 2 under Matt Rule?
I think it could be in year 2. I always say this: we had great captains every year I was here, but I always say some of our best leaders weren't necessarily our captains. So I think when you have that, that's a player-led team. So it doesn't matter how old the quarterback is.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. Hour 2 is proudly sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance or you need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hahn and his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more. Thanks, guys, for joining me.
You're welcome.
But I was powerful there, so I really didn't need any help.
You didn't need any help there.
Yeah, I felt like kind of Superman when I did that.
How about that?
Felt like John Elway raising the Lombardi Trophy.
That was a long time ago, before my time.
That's so crazy that you were not alive when John Elway played.
I remember him.
The greatest part of my life, and you were not even alive.
Nowadays are your greatest time of your life, though.
Well, that was the greatest time of my life pre-50.
Okay.
Or no, maybe 49 and a half. Yeah, I'm in good days right now.
Because you and I met when you were 48. Have we been doing this for 2 years?
We're coming up on 2 years, actually.
Holy smokes.
Our anniversary is probably this. Yeah, it's actually coming up, our 2-year anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, I met you beforehand when we first started, like 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't really talk to us much because we were the night crew and you were like that popular day crew.
That is not true at all. We just didn't see. We didn't cross paths very often.
Yeah, exactly.
But look at us now.
I know. Now we're like besties.
Now we are.
We
hang out.
We hug. We hang out.
We hang out a lot.
Gosh,
probably a little too much.
You're like a brother. You're like,
here we are.
You're like my little brother.
Quickly, you, me, AD, and now AG has joined the fold.
AG.
We hang out often. How about that?
In the Bat Cave.
In the Bat Cave. Anyway, so Raff, today around 10:30 or so, we're going to hear from 2 Nebraska coaches just to give context for people, you'll hear from coaches every Tuesday and Friday during fall camp. Also, players will be in there on those days. They will not stream the player interviews or press conferences. We found out they will not stream them.
Interesting.
They will stream the coach ones though.
Yep.
And then there's going to be on those days, Tuesday and Friday, Nebraska lifts, obviously. And the way that the schedule pans out is it's going to be coaches around 10:30 while the players are lifting. Then there'll be about an hour or so break in between the coaches and the players. And so today we hear from Nebraska defensive line coach Terrence Knighton, as well as the new defensive backs coach, John Butler. It'll be the first time that John Butler addresses the media since obviously him getting hired in early July after Evan Cooper resigned on July 5th. So nonetheless, you look at I'd ask you this, Raff, what are you looking to hear from John Butler because there's going to be a lot of questions on whether or not he's getting acclimated quick enough to this defensive back room, if the guys are meshing and gelling well with him. Thankfully for Nebraska's defense, they have a pretty experienced secondary, so you hope that alleviates some of the pressure.
Yep. I think the first thing I would ask him was just like, what has the transition been like just to go from the NFL to college, and then and his familiarity with, Tony White's the 3-3-5 defense? Has it been something to where he's had to learn new terminology, or is it one of those things that it's, just basically, cover one, cover two, or has there been a learning curve for him to where he's had to, get out his playbook and study, or has it been a fairly easy transition for him?
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy now, once again, Buffalo Bills, after spending 6 seasons with the Buffalo Bills from 2018 to 2023, he coached the defensive backs there with the Bills. And then also in the final 2 seasons was was the passing game coordinator for the team in Buffalo. This comes from Huskers.com. Just some of the statistics. Butler helped the Bills boast a top 5 pass defense in 5 of his 6 seasons in Buffalo. The Bills had the NFL's top pass defense rating in 2021, while ranking 3rd in both 2018 and 2019, 4th in 2022, and 5th in 2020. During those 6 seasons, the Buffalo defense had nearly as many interceptions, 99. How about this statistic here? During his 6 seasons, the Buffalo defense had nearly as many interceptions as passing touchdowns allowed.
Yeah.
He had the Buffalo Bills had 99 INTs. They allowed 111 passing touchdowns.
Yeah. Well, you look back at that time period too. He had Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde. I mean, those are names that were synonymous with the Pro Bowl for, at least good 2, 3, 4 years there. Then Tre'Davious White. So he had some players there. I'll also be curious to know what it's like. I mean, so the last time he was in college ball was Penn State, I believe.
Yes. Prior to going to the Houston Texans when Bill O'Brien got the job.
Yeah, it'd be interesting just to see what the differences. Like, so how's recruiting going?
I mean, we're going to get a lot of coach speak, I would assume, today. But I mean, those are the questions that we'd be able to ask, one-on-one situations, or back in spring ball potentially, or next spring. I think maybe he gets a better gauge on that.
Yeah.
I would also be curious with some of the guys that they've transitioned from wide receiver to the DB room. We know like guys like Jaden Doss is one of those that has made the move from wide receiver to defensive back. I'd just be curious, like, are those guys going to stick around? And were those program/Matt Rule decisions? And I'm sure Matt Rule obviously has to sign off when it's all said and done, but was that heavily led by Evan Cooper, or were those decisions led by Matt Rule? And whatever the case may be, do they stick around? Or because then, John Butler has to come in, Raff, and be like, this is now my room, without causing too many waves. And Tony White's obviously still there, and Tony White's the defensive coordinator. And so trying to figure out how to come in and really assert yourself as, hey, I'm the defensive backs coach, but also not causing too many waves before the season starts on August 31st.
Are we looking at I don't know if they've announced this yet or not, but there's got to be a scrimmage coming up. Do you think there'll be a scrimmage coming up like this
normally Saturdays? Normally
Saturday?
Saturdays are going to be your scrimmage.
Because I think right now he's probably caught, because I would like to ask him, I would like to, interview him next week after the scrimmage, where you could be like, what are you seeing for like a rotation? I mean, how many guys are you looking at? Who do you feel comfortable with that you could put out there, in a game situation. And are we 2-3 corners deep, 4 corners? Where we're sitting at?
So I mean, let's look at some of these names in the defensive back room, and it's loaded. And just off the top of my head, I would imagine that the defensive back room has the largest number of just guys in their room, and understandably so for various reasons. Defensive back room includes obviously the corners, but then both safeties. Excuse me.
Hello.
Excuse me. Marquise, that one just came out of nowhere. Excuse me. So Marquise Buford Jr. obviously is back. Guys like Kobe Brett's looking to kind of make a step forward. Kobe Brett's is a guy from Omaha West Side that is now entering his junior year already.
So did I
if you
hear
can believe
with
it.
Buford, is he playing some corner this year then?
This sounds like it. Malcolm Hartzog Jr. is back. I mean, he's also entering his junior year, if you can believe it already. Tommy Hill's going to be a senior. I mentioned Jaden Doss is in that defensive backfield. Deshaun Singleton returns. Dwight Boodle is a redshirt freshman. And then you have a couple of just interesting names that maybe guys that redshirted last year. And Sincere Safiula, DeAndre Barnes is one that they got. You might remember the story with DeAndre Barnes was Marcus Satterfield was driving through Colorado. And this was a story that Nebraska fans, I think, really gravitated towards. Marcus Satterfield was driving through Colorado. He was visiting another high school, passed one that was not on his list, ends up stopping, and they found DeAndre Barnes there. And so DeAndre Barnes, obviously a defensive back, but Marcus Satterfield stopped in first primarily to just kind of see, hey, do we need to know anybody at this high school? And that's how they found DeAndre Barnes from Regis Jesuit High School in Aurora, Colorado. You also have a redshirt freshman, Ramir Stewart, who's from Philly, that they really were high on last year as a 3-star coming out of high school. Isaac Gifford's obviously back there. Jeremiah Charles is back there. I haven't even gotten to scroll down on my computer to look at some of the other names.
Well, the one that kind of I forgot about was Boodle.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
And then not to mention, hey, don't forget, you just added a transfer from another Big Ten school in Sierra Wright. Just less than 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And so
they're deep.
They are very deep, but there's also a lot of unproven talent at the defensive back.
It'll
position.
be interesting to see if they run some type of rotation this year, or if they're gonna but at least they're in that position to where, facing the USCs of the world, where you're gonna need, five corners,
Well, we did see last year. I mean, we know Tony White likes to have, large sub numbers throughout possessions and drives and things like that. And if Nebraska's, I don't know, I think there's a way that there could be some complementary football. And I know we love to throw around that term.
I love that word
and phrase during the fall practices, but the complementary football piece of it is there's an avenue here where Nebraska's defense is very rarely tired. Like very rarely. And what I mean by that is if Nebraska's offense can somehow, move the football more consistently than last season, and then paired with that, you have depth in the defensive room, whether that's defensive back, maybe linebackers, maybe I think also just like the front seven are really intriguing just because there's a lot of guys there. We get so infatuated with guys like Nash Hutmaker and Ty Robinson. We forget about the Prince Wills, and we forget about the Cam Lenharts, and we forget about James
Jamari
Williams, Jamari Butler as well, who, don't forget, entered the portal when Matt Rule got here, and they plucked him back out and said, no, you're coming back here. So
I keep on going back. Just when we were talking about the kickers yesterday, the extra points, only 29 extra points the entire year last year. I mean, you can make this Nebraska defense look better just by holding the ball more and scoring more points, because I think those numbers last year for Nebraska, that I think it makes them look even better the time that they spent out on the field last year.
I'd be interested. So Nebraska scored 174 points in touchdowns.
That's crazy.
Last season, because 29 times 6 obviously is 174. So 174 points in touchdowns last year, or around that.
I guess there might have been some field goals.
There might have been some field goals, but I mean, obviously the end goal is to punch it in.
You got to score. The more
I find it interesting.
The more you score, you win.
So, like, for example, last year, and I don't want to go just to the top because LSU's at the top where, they scored 45.5 points per game on average. LSU scored 79 touchdowns last year. They had 12 field goals. Nebraska, in terms of national rankings in scoring offense,
not good.
Nebraska, I got to scroll down a little bit, 123rd in the country. They scored 27 touchdowns last year, 9 field goals. Obviously, Tristan Alvano was 9 for 15, kicking the rock last year, but 123rd. They were wedged in between Ball State and Navy. Ball State scored 25 touchdowns on the season, or excuse me, Navy scored 27.
Well, think about this. They scored 27 touchdowns, 9 field goals.
Mm-hmm.
That's 36 scoring possessions. So you're telling me
out of how many?
Exactly. I mean, there's got to be more production on it. The offense
that'd
can
be
make
such a fascinating number to find.
Can make the defense even better. I mean, well, think about it. You probably have 12 possessions a game, 11, 12 possessions a game.
Yeah.
So we were 5 and 7 last year. So 12 times
12, 144.
Yeah. I mean, that the Nebraska offense can make the defense look better.
So it's 36 total, 36. And these are rough numbers divided by 144. 1 out of every 4 possessions, you're getting points.
Yeah.
Which is not great because those also include field goals, which don't really, matter a whole lot. I mean, they matter. I shouldn't say that, but I'm saying when you're talking about points per game, Nebraska averaged 18 points per game.
Yeah. And then
18, you can have as you saw last year, you can have a top 25 defense in the country, and that's not enough to get you to a bowl game.
Yeah. And then you look at it even more, like you look at the games last year. Didn't we have a game early where we scored a lot of points, and that takes up, 70 or scoring possessions or something like that in one game. So then it's like 29. And I really think that this offense, just the more that they can stay out on the field, it's going to help this Nebraska defense, because the defense, I mean, they were put through a lot of stress last year. There were a lot of turnovers and stuff, especially back in our end of the field where they had to stand up. So it's definitely, I really think there's a lot where this offense can save this defense a lot.
I mean, what if I told you here, as I'm looking at Nebraska's 2023 schedule, so they scored 27 touchdowns, obviously,
Oh, yeah.
What if I told you that 9 of those came against Northern Illinois and Louisiana Tech?
Yeah, exactly.
That you scored 5 in the Northern Illinois game, and Nebraska wins 35-11 last year.
Yeah.
Then you scored 4 against Louisiana Tech and won 28-14. Outside of those, in 10 games, you scored 19 touchdowns.
Exactly.
I mean, the red zone offense wasn't great last year when Nebraska was able to get to the red zone. I'll be able to find that real quick here. Let's see, red zone conversions. Nebraska, when they got into the red zone, I gotta keep scrolling. There we go, all the way down, 130th. They were 130th in the country in red zone conversions. They were in the red zone 29 times. How about this? They scored 20 of those 29 times. That is good for a percentage of 68.8.
Yeah, you got to increase that. Now, is that scoring just touchdowns, or is that
is scoring
touchdowns
altogether
and field goals?
Yep,
Yeah, that's
scoring
way too low. You've got to have that at least 25, 26 out of 29.
It was
especially inside the red zone, because you got to think that's easy field goal.
Easy field goal. I mean, and frankly, you would expect to get a touchdown. 14 of those 20 were touchdowns. How about this? I mean, this is where it's truly fascinating. Tristan Alvano had 9 field goals made last year, 9 of 15. 6 of those 9 came inside the red zone. Yeah. Nebraska had 6 field goals inside the red zone last year, 14 touchdowns. Just to give an idea, believe it or not, Oregon State was one of the best teams in the red zone. They were 41 of 42.
Yeah.
They scored 41 of 42, 98% of the time. They had 33 touchdowns, 8 field goals. People might not like this. Guess who was number 2? Colorado. Yeah. Colorado was 37 of 38 in the red zone. 97.4% of the time they scored 28 touchdowns, 9 field goals.
Yeah. I mean, that they had the documentary that comes out, the Chasing 3.
My goodness.
That Chasing 3 means more than just chasing 3 just to win the games. I think you got to be chasing 3 anytime you get inside the red zone.
Some other Big Ten schools near the top. Penn State is the best Big Ten school in the red zone. They were 61 of 64 in 2023. That's 95.3% of the time. Minnesota was 5th. They had just 2 times where they did not score when they were in the red zone. These are teams that are bowl teams, and we're talking about Penn State potentially being in the college football playoff.
But
this
usually
season.
when you're inside the 20-yard line, you think field goal it's a chip shot from inside.
Yeah.
Inside 20 yards. And that's the stud that these are the small things. It's like, why did Nebraska end up 5-7? These are those small things. And these are the things that to be successful, I mean, it's not going to be a ton for Nebraska to be successful. It's just, they've just got to make up for those little things. And, just getting points inside the red zone, that's one of those small things that you've got to convert when you're inside the red zone.
Nebraska, I mean, here's the thing. I will say 2 spots below Nebraska is a fellow Big Ten school named UCLA. How about this? If you are Deshaun Foster right now, and you look at one of the numbers that you need to fix. Now, remember, UCLA's quarterback, Dante Moore, transferred out. He's going to be the backup, what we'd assume, to Dylan Gabriel at Oregon. UCLA ranks 132nd in the country, 38 of 60. They had 60 attempts in the red zone, and they only came away with a score 38 times.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about within 20 yards.
Yeah, and just think how deflating that is.
Oh my goodness.
Not just for your offense, but deflating for your defense, knowing that you could add points on the board. And that's,
I mean, so as poor as Nebraska was in the red zone at times, I mean, you're talking about there were 22 opportunities that were missed that either ended in a turnover on 4th downs. And obviously that's part of the play call. That's coaching, the aggressiveness, the execution piece of it.
We were 20 for 29, right?
Yes, Nebraska was 20 for 29.
So
you're talking about 40. I mean, if you want to double that, you'd be 40 for 58.
Yeah.
If you doubled it.
Yeah, even just the 9 that we missed out on, just 9 times 3, that's 27 points right there.
Well, especially when you lost games like 13-10.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, like I think back to the end of the first half against Minnesota. In game 1 where there was the interception thrown, especially in games that you lost at Michigan State 20-17, or Maryland 13-10, or Wisconsin 24-17 in overtime, or Iowa 13-10.
Yep. Yeah.
Even if Nebraska, with the margin for error that they have, with it being so slim, Raff, even if they were using last year's numbers, still poor offense because 29 attempts in the red zone is not very good. Tied for fewest in the country, by the way. If Nebraska would have converted 26 of 29, you're talking about at least being tied in some of those games. If they're going to be field goals, you're talking about being able to win some of those games. And as we know, you just needed one more win to become a bowl eligible team.
It's crazy too. Football, at the end of the day, is a pretty easy game. Like, so we look at that. So that those 9 conversions where they could have had points, then look back and see how many times we gave the ball up to the other team on their plus side of the field.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so you combine those things together. It's those small things that it can be remedied. It's just it's key to win football games, and hopefully they'll put that together. That's the one thing.
How about this? LSU last year, I'm just looking at various statistics. LSU last year, 78 touchdowns, 78 of 78 on point afters.
Yeah.
Repetition, man. I mean, that's crazy. Oregon was 75 of 75. Holy cow. You're talking, I mean, that's a lot.
Just think of
Nebraska was 29 of 29. We thought, hey, heck yeah, that's great.
But just like
78 of 78.
78, 75, that's touchdowns. And Nebraska sent at 29. I mean, so all we need if we could just get that number up to just the high 40s this year.
So LSU in touchdowns without extra points scored 324 more points than Nebraska did.
Get lower.
That does not include field goals.
Yep.
That does not include point afters.
Yep.
That is just touchdowns, the 6 points.
Well, all I can say is Dylan Raiola.
There you go. I knew it was coming at some point.
It had to come. Dylan. All right. We'll throw it to break. This is The Drive. 93.7 The Ticket.
Right now at Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down. And I mean everything. Top-tier equipment? Check. 24-hour access? You bet. Free fitness training? Always. Workouts in the free PF app? What'd I tell you? Even super friendly team members.
Hey, welcome to Planet Fitness.
Oh, hey. I was just mentioning you.
Hey.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th. See Home Club for details.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference?
Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Time for a new AC? Call Bryant. Get rebates now and lower operating costs every day. For comfort and efficiency, call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The Electrical Workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today. You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com. Serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
Have you ever gotten a car deal so good that you can brag about for decades? This is that deal. The government has given us a $4,000 instant credit on vehicles already at the historically lowest prices. Cars that were over $50,000 just 2 years ago are now selling below $20,000. See the deals here and drive away the car of your dreams at a price you never thought possible. Go to 4000off.com, 400off.com to learn more.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from a program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
LES is proud to be powered by your family, your friends, your neighbors, local people serving local people. Learn more about what a career at LES can offer you at les.com/careers.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in August. Try their chocolate chip banana bread muffins for a great summer breakfast or enjoy a bagel with pesto cream cheese. Don't forget the Joe Card membership. Unlimited drip coffee for just $8.95 per person per month. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Alcohol has strained our relationship. Drinking too much can cause harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, we will save our relationship. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. This segment is proudly sponsored by Florial's Italian Restaurant and Grill, just south of Lincoln Southwest High School on 14th and Pine Lake Road. Florio's Italian restaurant provides a cozy, family-friendly setting where good food and good company come together. All you have to do is visit florialsne.com or call 402-423-5576 to make reservations or place takeout orders. Get to Florial's. So, Nick, did you see the NFL top 10 players they released?
I've not.
Oh, my goodness. Head scratcher.
There's some issues.
Yeah. I'll read down 10-1, and then we can go back and discuss.
Okay.
Because number one, I have some serious questions on.
Okay.
Okay. Number 10, from the Las Vegas Raiders, Max Crosby.
Okay.
Number 9, from the Kansas City Chiefs, tight end, Travis Kelce. My bad.
That's right. Thank you.
Number 8, from the Pittsburgh Football Steelers, TJ Watt. Number 7, offensive tackle from the 49ers, who we forgot about earlier, big money.
Trent Williams.
Number 6, from the Kansas City Chiefs, defensive lineman, Chris Jones. At number 5, from the Cleveland Browns, Myles Garrett. Here's where it gets fun.
Okay.
At number 4, from the Kansas City Chiefs, quarterback, Patrick Mahomes.
At 4, okay.
At number 3, from the San Francisco 49ers, Christian McCaffrey. At number 2, quarterback from the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson. And at number 1, the top player as voted by the NFL players, from the Miami Dolphins, the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill.
Interesting. Tyreek Hill. So you have problems with Tyreek Hill being number 1.
Huge.
Okay. Explain. Just restructured a deal, by the way, to $90 million.
He's a great receiver. I totally agree with them. I could see him being in the top 5. But how in the world? I mean, this is a Broncos fan I'm talking. I'm a Broncos fan.
Okay.
How is Patrick Mahomes at 4?
I'm not sure about that one. I was surprised about that one, despite and maybe we are. The only problem I have with a lot of these lists is like, okay, what parameters are we looking at? Are we looking, do we incorporate team accomplishments into it? Do we only look at individual accolades? And with this list, it potentially is probably just individual. How do you feel about him as a player? Just him as a player. And with that, I mean, Tyreek Hill had 120 catches and 1,800 yards last year. So, I mean, that certainly isn't bad. Also had double-digit touchdowns last year for the Miami Dolphins. However, with that being said, if you are incorporating team accomplishments, there's just not a chance that any list is valuable or should be respected if Patrick Mahomes is not the number 1 player.
So if you had the opportunity to have Patrick Mahomes or Tyreek Hill, who would you take?
Oh, in today's day and age, it's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, see,
but what I was going to get at,
I understand what you're talking about with, are you looking at team, individual? But
and that's where I kind of run into an issue with these lists, just because like they leave it open for interpretation, and they do so for a reason, so that people talk about it and that people click on it, and that's fine. But along those lines, like Lamar Jackson's very good, but if you're including team accomplishments, how is he ahead of Patrick Mahomes? He's very good and potentially individually right up there with Patrick Mahomes, especially when you incorporate, okay, Lamar Jackson's story to where they felt like he was too small, or that he was his style of playing quarterback was not going to fit into the NFL. And frankly, he hasn't had the talent around him that maybe Patrick Mahomes has had and still been successful. And so through all of that, I get it. If that's what you're looking at, if you're looking at strictly individual, then I can see a case for potentially Lamar Jackson. If you're even thinking about, and I think as humans, it's hard not to think about team accomplishments or, okay, how much has this guy won? How do you not put Patrick Mahomes ahead? Everybody on that list,
I just thought
frankly.
it was given lock, stocked, and barreled. It was going to be Patrick Mahomes number 1. And then when he wasn't even in the top 3, then I was like, what is going on?
Well, and then it's like, what are you basing this off of? And this is where, once again, 402-464-5685, we can get your guys' thoughts on this. Is like, are they basing this list off of career accomplishments, or is it just off of 2023? Because
I think it's just off of 23.
Because then in that case, statistically, Lamar Jackson had a better season and posted career highs in a lot of his categories that Patrick Mahomes did not. Patrick Mahomes was at career lows in a lot of his categories, similar to back in 2019. So it depends, once again, the variables. What are you looking at? Tyreek Hill. How about this? This is the write-up on Tyreek Hill. He's the first wide receiver to grace the number 1 spot in the 14-year history of the top 100s. He flirted with Calvin Johnson's Megatron single season receiving record last season, led the league with 1,800 yards on 119 receptions, but then had that late season ankle injury. Don't forget about. So I just think that when you look at, once again, I suppose I can understand if you're just looking at 2023 season, if you're just looking at individual, man, there's a lot of parameters there that you got to keep in mind.
Then I'm like, then you look at other players and you're like, are they looking at the season? Are they looking at the team performance? Are they looking at career? Because was Travis Kelce the number 9 player from last year? I mean, he had a down year. He did not even eclipse 1,000 yards receiving. So then I look at that and I'm like, okay, they're looking at so I guess I'm confused because I see where you have Lamar Jackson. I'm like, okay, statistically, okay, he's ahead of Patrick Mahomes from last year. But if you were going to take a player from last year, I'd probably take Patrick Mahomes.
How about this? I mean, is it Travis Kelce? I think also, availability plays a factor into this. Durability.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce has been extremely reliable and available for the Kansas City Chiefs, and in that same breath, Patrick Mahomes, obviously. So I mean, there's definitely I see ways. I mean, you look at the list, and it's obviously like Max Crosby is really good, like very good, and I enjoy like the typical Max Crosby game is the ugly Raiders Chargers game on a Monday night that Max Crosby just tears it up.
Would you take Max Crosby or Micah Parsons?
Micah Parsons.
And then and Parsons is rated number 17. And then another one that
was such an under. I mean, I don't know if we really think back to that draft class with Micah Parsons, the steal that the Cowboys got at 11th overall.
Yeah,
the steal that they got at 11th overall with Micah Parsons is unbelievable.
And then another thing that caught my eye is you always you have these great receivers in the NFL, and then you have these lockdown defensive backs. Patrick Surtain, who's a lot of people have said he's the number 1 cornerback in the NFL right now, and he's not even in the top 25. It's like it confuses me. So I think this list is a mixture of career plus statistics because I'm like, well, why wouldn't Surtain have made it last year? I mean, the Broncos, yes, they were bad last year, but he was good.
Yeah, I'd be curious. I mean, because some other defensive backs or cornerbacks that are up there with Surtain, obviously Sauce Gardner from the Jets is one of them. Jalen Ramsey, who's now with the Dolphins, Charvarius Ward with the 49ers. I'm thinking of like Trent McDuffie with the Kansas City Chiefs, Jair Alexander from the Green Bay Packers. I mean, so there's a couple of names up there.
Jalen Ramsey is the first defensive back listed, and he's number 25.
Okay.
Which that to me, that is wild.
Cole M points out on the text line, once again, 464-5685, says, don't know if you mentioned this, but Rodgers was 92nd and didn't even play. So take that for what this list is worth. And that's kind of my point exactly. Yeah. I think some of these guys might not even realize.
But these are voted by the players.
They are voted by the players, but also, I mean, number 1, are they truly caring?
Yeah.
Number 2 is how much are they actually putting into this list?
True that.
So
yeah, no, I just saw that list and I was just like,
I can see.
I thought for sure Mahomes was 1. I didn't think there was any doubt in my mind, and then I saw 4, and I was like, whoa.
Speaking of Mahomes, how do you see this year going for him? Because obviously Pacheco's still in the backfield. Obviously, you still have Travis Kelce. I'm really intrigued by Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, he's having
the rookie, camp. The rookie from Texas. If you know much about his game, he's very fast, very, very fast. Certainly a deep threat. I'm wondering if we get to see Mahomes go back to what it looked like with Tyreek Hill.
They said that they're opening it up and they're trying to push the ball downfield more this year. So you'll probably see more big play shots, more big play opportunities out of the Chiefs.
Yeah. Yeah. 28 years old, Patrick Mahomes. There you have it.
He's only 28.
28 years old, 4 Super Bowls?
Gosh, 3.
3. Thank you.
Maybe he'll retire after he's like 30 or something.
Yeah, maybe. So 3 Super Bowls.
I'm still hoping for that.
So hold on, 3 Super Bowls. Are we saying 5 by the time he's 32?
Then he has to retire.
Think about that.
How did the Chiefs deserve this?
Five Super Bowls.
Worst fans in the NFL.
Five
and they
Super
get Patrick
Bowls
Mahomes.
in 32.
You got to be kidding me.
By the time he's 32. I mean, that just even thinking about that is what, because Tom Brady won his 6th when he was 40.
Yeah.
Is that not maybe that's
in
maybe
that
that's
range?
not
In that
correct,
range.
correct.
In that range.
Or maybe he played for another one when he was 40 with the Bucks. Anyway, I just that's wild.
Yeah.
To think about.
I mean, they're to the verge, maybe the first team three-peating.
Don't
Good
forget.
Lord.
Yeah, you're right. Don't forget. I mean, they were bad. I mean, and shout out to a guy that Jake and I met in Indianapolis, Matt Castle.
Yeah.
When Matt Castle was the quarterback for them, they were not good.
Well, who were the three you met? I was trying to explain this.
Matt Castle, Todd Blackledge, and Brad Nessler.
Well, you realize Todd Blackledge played for the Chiefs too.
Yes.
And he was horrible.
Also Penn State.
Yeah.
Also was at Penn State. But no, Matt Castle. Because that's who I grew up. When I went to Chiefs games, I would go see Matt Castle. Obviously, and then like Dexter McCluster, if there's a name out there. Dexter McCluster.
Dante Hall.
Tom Bahali.
Duron Cherry.
Yep. Dwayne Bowe.
Albert Hall.
Let's see.
Nick Lowry.
What are some other names from like the 2000s that I might remember?
Gary Barbaro. Art Steele.
Who was the text line? Help me out. Who was the middle linebacker for the Chiefs? Was that Derek Johnson?
Yeah, from Texas.
Derek Johnson.
Yep. Derek Johnson. Then they had the safety from Tennessee.
Eric Berry.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
How about that little throwback Chiefs team?
The old 80s Chiefs had some great names, though. I loved Duron Cherry, Carlos Carson.
When did
J.J. Burden?
I want to look this up.
Jeff Kinney. Steve Fuller.
So obviously a guy that I grew up with, Priest Holmes.
Priest Holmes, yep, number
Priest
31.
Holmes in 2001, 1,500 plus yards, 8 touchdowns. Had 21 touchdowns in 02, 27 touchdowns in 03.
Yeah, it's big years.
Dang.
I think Barry Ward left the Steelers and signed with the Chiefs. Actually, did Barry Ward go to the Chiefs? I feel like he did.
How about those names? Priest Holmes, also a Texas guy.
Joe Montana.
That's right.
Jamal
Charles. Okay. Anyway, that's enough of that. We can go to break. Raff's good take action coming up next.
Yep, that'll complete the Chiefs talk for the year.
yeah, we've done enough.
If you remember Gary Barbaro, you're a real Chiefs fan. All right, we'll throw it to break. Just the drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in August. Try their chocolate chip banana bread muffins for a great summer breakfast or enjoy a bagel with pesto cream cheese. Don't forget the Joe Card membership. Unlimited drip coffee for just $8.95 per person per month. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Have you ever gotten a car deal so good that you can brag about for decades? This is that deal. The government has given us a $4,000 instant credit on vehicles already at the historically lowest prices. Cars that were over $50,000 just 2 years ago are now selling below $20,000. See the deals here and drive away the car of your dreams at a price you never thought possible. Go to 4000off.com, 400off.com to learn more.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Ready to add a dash of Southern flavor to your week? At Wings and Rings, their brand new Southern fried wings have arrived for a limited time. Indulge in the irresistible goodness of large, traditional bone-in wings coated in a crispy beer batter and fried to perfection. Try them with hot honey or any other sauces. And for those busy summer days coming up, look no further than their Southern Fried Wings Family Bundle. Wings and Rings, 2 Lincoln locations on O Street or Village Lane. Ironhide Construction is a Nebraska-based general contracting and steel construction firm. Their expert team is experienced in building innovative construction solutions across several industries. While they were previously known for their extensive experience in steel erection and metal buildings, they've continued to evolve over the last several years into a full-service general contracting firm. They take pride in their commitment to quality, cutting-edge technology, and having a passion for what they do. For more information about their services or to discuss an upcoming project, visit www.ironhideconstruction.com or call 402-420-4961.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Do you have gently used books just waiting to be given new life in the hands of new readers? Linked to Literacy can help. We're gathering books for our second annual Wordstock event at Antelope Park on August 24th. It's a community-wide book swap where people can shop for free books and enjoy fun activities. From now until August 19th, you can drop off your book donations at several locations throughout Lincoln. So gather up books for both kids and adults and find a collection site near you at linktoliteracy.org. Then plan to join the fun on August 24th.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with approved credit.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Old School with DP and J.
Can Nebraska have a player-led locker room in year 2 under Matt Rule?
I think it could be in year 2. I always say this: we had great captains every year I was here, but I always say some of our best leaders weren't necessarily our captains. So I think when you have that, that's a player-led team. So it doesn't matter how old the quarterback is.
93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Right, Matt Rule wants to be there. He wants to develop them. He wants to have coaches that have their hands on, are molding them and shaping them. And to your point, giving them the drills, giving them the tools to succeed. But I think Matt Rule is saying at the end of the day, the coaches can't want it more than the players.
Yeah.
The coaches
can't
hold
get out
their
there and do
hand on the
nothing.
field.
Yeah, they can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday, wrapping up another sensational show here in good old Lincoln, Nebraska.
That is right, Raffy. What you got for a little RGT action today? So Stogies with the Roadies yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Down there at Cigars Lounge.
I'm going to do it again next week.
Okay.
Don't know
it's going to be a weekly thing.
I'm going to try to make it every week.
Okay.
I might just make it every day. I don't know.
You have the schedule for it.
Yeah. Maybe every day. Maybe I'll just retire and just do Stogies with the Roadies every day.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
There you have it. So Cigars Lounge, though.
It's all right. Cigars Lounge. Today's Raff's Good Take, proudly sponsored by Cigars Lounge, 800 Q Street. Remember, you can go in there anytime between 12 and 5 p.m. You can get 15% off your tab. Just let them know you listen to The Drive at 93.7 The Ticket. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to the 1890 Nebraska team. I'm going to send it out to Carson, Matt, Joe, Kyle, Emily, and Veronica. The staff there, I just think it's really cool that what they're doing, not only are they raising money for NIL, but they're also trying to think of cool ways to involve the fans. So it's not just, hey, here's money. They're actually doing stuff. You know, that Matt was talking about, they have the magazine. They did the practice. And I know they got a lot of stuff, you know, in their pipeline. So I just wanted to give the Raff's Good Take out to them for all the cool stuff that they're doing. Keep up the great work. And you guys are Raff's Good Take.
There you go. Easy as that. Got any plans today, Raffy? You golfing?
I'm going to try and golf today.
There you go.
I'm trying to hit the ball.
What time's the tee time?
I don't know yet. Somewhere around 12, probably.
Okay, cool.
Anybody have any open tee times out there?
Yeah, let Raff know. I
just tweet at me, Chris Raff 7. Feel free to follow me too. We're really working on those socials.
There you
Trying
go.
to build up those socials.
Just like that. Anyway, so yeah, once again, just a reminder for everybody, a little after 10:30, we will hear from John Butler and Terrence Knighton with Nebraska football, obviously, and then it'll be about an hour and 15-minute pause break in between, and then you'll start to hear from some players throughout the next couple of hours. Just make sure you keep it tuned to The Ticket.
Does anybody call Terrence Knighton pot roast anymore, or they kind of let that slide?
I do not know. If they do.
I'd probably call Mr. Knighton.
I doubt that they probably would.
And he made some good money off that nickname though when he was in Denver.
Probably.
Well done.
There you have it.
All right, everyone.
The captain next.
Yep. Have a great rest of your day. Be nice to each other, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with approved credit.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you